We are in Sandy, Utah, and we met a family here several months ago who wanted to remodel their home. And they had a few ideas on their own. And then typically what happens is they throw out their ideas and then I throw out my ideas, and then we sort of settle on what we think ought to be done. And then we start our pricing. But in this house, what we found is that it was, I believe this is probably a 1960s, 1970s split entry home. A split entry is a challenge to begin with, but they wanted to have a sort of an open concept, update their kitchen, update their whole interior of their house. One of our initial ideas, and actually it was the idea of our homeowner, is that we would add on to the end of the house, put a master bedroom, a large master suite actually, with master bath, walk-in closet and all of that, with a garage underneath. But we decided against that because of, the cost. They wanted to not only update here, but add on. And so the cost was just prohibitive there. And so we came together on how we were going to lay this out. For example, in this kitchen living room area, or this great room now, what we decided is that we were going to take out this middle wall. And it was easy to do that because it wasn't a bearing wall. So we opened it up. We spent a lot of time in getting the ceiling how we wanted it, so that we would just have this beautiful smooth ceiling with an open concept. Then they had an existing fireplace at one end, and it was ugly. It was brick, it was ugly, and we just decided that we would update that. So as you look at the videos and the photos and the progress of this project, you'll see how we arrived at what we did there as well. And then of course the kitchen. The kitchen, we were sort of limited in how we could lay this out, but so you'll see sort of an L-shaped kitchen with an island, really simple. And we went back and forth as to how we were going to lay this out. Are we going to put the fridge here and the oven here, or vice versa? And that's when we turned it over to Rebekah, because she needed to decide with the homeowner what colors we were going to use, what the homeowner was looking for. She took their ideas and refined them into something that I think works really well for them. And not only her ideas, but also the ideas of our cabinet guy. He has a lot of experience in layout of kitchens. And so he would make recommendations as to, okay, I would put the microwave here, the refrigerator here, or whatever. And so this was a collaborative effort when it comes to the kitchen. In the rest of the house, we were keeping mostly the same layout, except for the master bedroom is sort of a small area, and they wanted to pop out a bay on the backside to give them a window seat and to make the room feel a little bit bigger with a bigger window. And so we also did that. That's one of the floor plan changes that we did, is simply pop out in the master bedroom. Otherwise, the layout of this whole main floor is pretty much the same. We updated windows, we updated trim and doors, and the bathroom, sort of mid-project, they decided they wanted to upgrade their master bathroom. And so we did a new tile shower in there with a new vanity, new flooring, paint, and just updated that. We kept with the main bathroom off of the hallway, but otherwise we updated the whole entire house. Of course, through this whole process, Rebekah worked with them in colors and schemes and lighting, all those little decisions that she's good at, and help push and help sort of nudge the homeowner in certain directions.
When I first stepped into this house, I was like, oh yeah, it's a typical early 2000s house. It probably wasn't updated since the 90s, was my guess. We had, your classic yellow cabinetry and really terrible flooring and carpet that it looked tired. And the homeowners obviously needed to change. They actually really wanted to move, but with the current housing prices, that just wasn't possible. We spent a lot of time talking about how they live, and we decided design layout based on their needs. So for this kitchen, I knew that they really liked to cook. So we talked about what they like to cook and what they usually do in a kitchen where everyone typically does their work. And that's how we landed on this specific layout. We wanted the double ovens over here, and we wanted them to be a little bit elevated because they do tend to use them a lot. That one went back and forth whether or not we, put it up or down. So that was a very intentional decision, with the storage underneath for their pans. And then over here, they really wanted to incorporate kind of that barn house or farmhouse look. in the over the range part. So that was a very intentional decision to incorporate that wood into the over the range piece. And then we have these really deep drawers over here, and then we've got lots of drawers over here because drawers just tend to be more functional in a kitchen, especially when you have a lot of kids and a lot of things that you like to do. And then this farmhouse sink over here was a pretty intentional decision as well. We wanted to make sure that that farmhouse look kind of kept going through the space, but then have it be nice and big and functional for their big family. So this whole design layout, I think we went through probably 3 or 4 drafts of, the colors and the end paneling and the countertops, but we ended up landing on a decision that incorporated the best parts of what was in their budget, and then also just what they'd been looking at, on Pinterest and dreaming about for years. My favorite part of this, honestly, is the paneling that we did by the entryway. We tried to figure out how we could make the farmhouse look feel more refined and elevated so that it didn't date the space, because sometimes when you use a white kitchen with, the pale oak, it's like kind of a older trend, but we decided to go with some paneling in the front and then also in the bedrooms to really take the space to a more modern feel. So that was a very intentional decision as well, to keep the space feeling new. And then the fireplace area, we went through lots of renditions as well, because we still wanted to tie in the same elements from the kitchen but make it feel like a different space. And so that's why we decided to go with a stacked stone, but with the same tone of wood as the kitchen. And I think that the flow is really nice. We really just spent a lot of time making sure that the things that were most important to them got addressed and executed in the proper manner.